Hello, friends. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I am so excited to be bringing to you Bob Pancakes Extended Family. I posted a couple weeks ago a video where I created Eliza's side of the family, and so many of you loved it and wanted to see Bob's family next. So here it is. I had so much fun coming up with these Sims and creating stories and lore and lives for them. I have kind of been obsessively thinking about this since I made the other video, wondering what kind of family Bob has and why he is the way he is, and how they all fit together. I'm starting off with Bob's mom, Joyce Pancakes. As you could have probably guessed, there is a striking resemblance between the two. I also had so much fun using all the new skin details from the update, I think about a month ago, like the elder wrinkles and rosacea and stuff like that, which I don't think I had in the last video I made. And I especially used the new skin details when I made Bob's grandma later on. Spoilers. But let's talk about Joyce. So, where to begin with Joyce Pancakes? I suppose I'll have to break the news to you, but she is, in fact, dead. I know, I'm sorry. I don't want to break your hearts, but I immediately had the thought in my head that Bob's mom was dead when I first thought of his family. So, unfortunately, it had to be done, and I felt as though this could also explain Bob's gloominess. When Bob was a young child, she died in a tragic cow plant accident. I don't really know. I don't want to get too real or sad with it, so I'll just leave it at that. But I do think that a cow plant death is very fitting for Joyce, as she was a very active Sim who loved the outdoors, nature, gardening. She was also very artsy and creative and so full of life. I really struggled only picking 3 traits for her because there was just so many things that spoke to her character. But I settled on self-assured, idealist, and adventurous, with the outdoor enthusiast aspiration. Bob has fond memories spending time with his mom in the garden, growing fresh fruits, vegetables, and herbs that his grandma would then turn into mouth-watering dishes. He keeps a garden in his backyard now as a way to keep those memories alive. He and his mother also went on lots of adventures together that he won't soon forget, like their annual camping trips, skiing down snowy slopes, or snorkeling in the crystal clear Sulani waves. Even though the time he had with her was short, it was well spent. I had a lot of fun choosing Joyce's outfits. I think she has a very unique style, but I also didn't find the style until I was almost done all of her outfits, and then I kind of went back and made a few changes. As with all of the videos that I make, I tried to use a lot of items in cast that I don't really use or have never used before, and so I think that's part of the fun of making these types of videos, is trying out new things. But that also means that it takes me a lot longer. I thought that this was going to be much shorter than my Eliza's extended family video, because that was only 16 minutes and has more Sims than this family, Bob's family, which is so weird. I have no idea how that happened. But yes, I really love Joyce. I think she is such a fun Sim. I'm so sorry that I had to kill her off. Maybe future generations of the Pancakes might be able to bring her back to life. Who knows? But the next person I'm working on now is Bob's grandma, Joyce's mom, and her name is Dorothia Jones, which does mean that Joyce's maiden name is Joyce Jones. How cute! I actually just realized that alliteration names are kind of a trend in this family, and I swear that they were all a coincidence. I do kind of like it though, it feels very superhero. So after Joyce died, Dorothea moved in with her son-in-law Daryl to help care for her grandson Bob. And with Daryl working so much, she became Bob's main parental figure. She is a foodie, wise, family-oriented, and has the master chef aspiration. Bob developed a shared passion for food with his grandma, helping her to create beautiful, large spreads of dishes that were the highlight of every family gathering, as well as volunteering with his grandma at the local food kitchen. I am so in love with the elders, skin detail, wrinkles, and everything. They make your old Sims actually look old, which is a miracle in The Sims 4, honestly. I don't know how we lasted this long with elder Sims that looked like young adults but with gray hair. And I feel like we've been getting a lot more clothing that also suits elders as well. So I feel like she really embodies an old grandma Sim. I just love Dorothea so much. I am going to be so sad when she eventually dies in my game, hopefully of old age, but it's gonna be so sad regardless. Oh, but now we can also have a funeral for her, which might be really nice. Oh, that'll be, I don't want to say fun, but it'll be fun. Okay, where were we? Okay, despite Bob's father, Daryl, remarrying when Bob was in high school, Dorothea continues to live with her son-in-law and his new family, continuing her role as grandmother to Bob's new siblings, and spreading her love and wisdom with her new family. Even though her daughter is gone and the only one she is truly related to is Bob, who now has grown up and started a family of his own, nothing can stand in the way of the close-knit bonds this family shares with one another. Okay, so just to recap the story so far, Bob Pancake's mom is Joyce Pancakes, who died in a cow plant incident when Bob was a child. His grandmother, Dorothea, moved in with her son-in-law, Daryl, to help take care of Bob. When Bob was a teen, about 15 or 16, his father remarried and the family continued to grow. We haven't gotten to the new wife yet, but her name is Padma, for future reference. This is probably a little bit of spoilers for future Sims, but Bob now has a stepbrother who is around the same age, a few years younger than him, that he obviously got when his father remarried, as well as a half-brother who is still a teen. Soon we will be moving on to creating Daryl Pancakes. He may have a seemingly gruff exterior, but he truly has a heart of gold and is a charmingly charismatic guy, incredibly friendly and well-loved by everyone who meets him. Daryl is a family man through and through. He has the big happy family aspiration and wants nothing more in life than to be surrounded by loved ones. He is also romantically reserved. After the loss of Joyce, it took him a while to find love again, but he will also never forget or replace the love he shared with her. And he always wears both of his wedding bands. The death of Joyce was a painful reminder to Daryl that the end can come at any time, and so he decided to spend every last second surrounded by his family. They are the most important part of life for him. So, as I said before, Daryl is romantically reserved. He is also a goofball and has a laugh that can lighten the mood of any room, as well as chased by death. He wants to get the fullest from life and knows that it can end at any time. So I did put some of the wrinkle skin details on him because I wanted him to be older, kind of mid to late 40s, early 50s. But I don't know if it was a glitch or I pressed the undo button one too many times because it is very laggy and CAS for some reason. But when I was making his outfits, I did eventually notice by the end of it that all of his face skin details were gone. So if he looks different and a bit younger while I'm doing his outfits, that's why I do eventually figure it out and go back and add them. I just think that they are so good. I can't get over it. I'm also using a custom content wrinkle set as well, which should be on my Tumblr if you want to know all of my mods. I have a resource page there. But now we are working on Padma, Daryl's second wife, who is now called Padma Pancakes. Like I said, the alliterations in this family, totally accidental. And I absolutely love her. Again, the skin details make her actually not just look like a plastic Barbie doll. She looks like a real person, and I love that so much. And I know what some of you may be thinking. Bob's his stepmother, so she must be evil, right? Nay. She is actually the sweetest, and everybody loves her because I love stories that subvert your expectations. So no evil stepmother, instead actually really great stepmother. Padma has the soulmate aspiration, the love bug trait, as well as animal lover and bookworm. Even though Padma could never replace Joyce as a mother to Bob, she cared for him like her own child. And she is just the kindest, sweetest person ever. And you just know she gives the best hugs. So along with Bob gaining a new stepmother, he also immediately gained a stepbrother, as Padma had a son from another marriage as well. While Padma is very loving and nurturing, she is also very driven and goal-oriented. She is the one who encouraged Bob to follow his dreams of being a chef and pushed him to go to culinary school. She is also a big proponent of Bob considering buying his own restaurant, maybe in the future. I'm thinking of calling it Bob's Pancakes, kind of like Bob's Burgers, but it's a breakfast restaurant. I'm actually thinking about building like a gross, rundown old restaurant that Bob can buy and fix up. I think that would be really fun, and I haven't played with Dine Out in so long. I might also try the mod that lets you be the different staff and allow family members to work at your restaurant. I don't know what the mod is called, but I've seen it before, and I really want to try it out because I think that would be so fun. Imagine too when Roman grows up, and then if Bob and Eliza decide to have more kids, it could be like a family restaurant. That would be so adorable. It would really be just like Bob's Burgers then. Okay, but anyway, now we are moving on to Padma's son, Bob's stepbrother. His name is Arnov. He is a few years younger than Bob. When they were both early teens, as that is when Padma and Daryl got together, and they became instant close friends as soon as they were introduced, and they were so thrilled when they became brothers. Arnov is a guitar player with an indie rock band that he and his friends created in high school and plays frequently at the Velvet Lounge. He's generous, an insider, and creative, having designed most of his tattoos as well as the posters and album covers for his band. I really liked picking out his outfits. I normally go for more of like a cozy sweater style with my male Sims, but I wanted to go something a little bit more alternative looking, but still nothing too crazy. But I think it turned out really nice. It's a little bit different. So Arnov actually lives in the basement of his parents' home with his fiancée, Anelise, who I did make at the end of this video. They are high school sweethearts who got engaged right after graduating, and they live and rent out the basement suite, saving up for a place of their own, hopefully before the birth of their daughter. So very exciting. I will talk more about Anelise in her section when I'm making her. But I think it will be so fun for Roman to have a cousin. I'm looking forward to that and all the fun they can have together. Well, actually, he also has a bunch of cousins over on Eliza's side of the family, I suppose. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, now he has 4 currently. Or I guess soon to be 4 cousins. Can you even imagine like all the big family get-togethers? It's gonna be so much fun. I've never played with like Sims that have this large of extended family that I actually like was involved in making and actually care about. It just makes me so excited to play the game. So now I am working on Bob's half-brother, Leo Pancakes. After Daryl and Padma got married, they had this child, Leo. Obviously, he is quite a bit younger than his 2 brothers by almost a decade. He is still a teen, whereas the rest of them are, grown up, married, having kids. I really had fun dressing Leo as more of like a casual teen who doesn't really care about the clothes that they're wearing. Normally not something that I do. And surprisingly, a lot more difficult to dress your Sims as if they don't care what they're wearing than if they do. But Leo aspires to be a teacher when he's older. He has the master mentor aspiration, as well as the geek and socially anxious traits. I really love how he looks. I think he's the perfect combination of the 2 of them. He's so cute, and I can't wait to see what he'll be like when he grows up. Obviously, it's all dependent on me, but I will just have to figure it out when the time comes, I suppose. But he seems like he would be a lot of fun to play if I do end up playing with this family, or even just having him in my forever save with the rest of the teens that I'm playing. They can hang out, be friends at high school. That'll be so much fun. Very pleased with all of these Sims as new additions to my forever save. Also, for Leo's active wear, I made him kind of like a school gym uniform, which I think is so funny and also so tragic because those are awful. We unfortunately did not have any silky shorts, which probably for the best because those things were the bane of my existence. And then finally, our last Sim here, Anelise Willett, Arnov's fiance. So Anelise is in the 2nd trimester, although with MC Command Center, I did pause her pregnancy just so then I wouldn't have to deal with all of that right now. I don't know if I do want them to have the baby right away or if maybe I want to play with them for a bit, honestly. Like, this family seems like so much fun. I might start playing with them as well, as if I didn't already have enough households. And they are having a girl, which is so fun for baby Sophia, which is Eliza's sister's daughter. So even though they are not cousins, they will know each other through lots of family events and stuff like that, which will be so much fun to have a girl to play with, So a bit about Anelise. She has the crystal crafter aspiration. She makes her own jewelry. She is an entrepreneur, small business owner. She has the loyal, clumsy, and art lover traits as well. And she has just an adorable, super cute and sweet look about her. I absolutely adore her. However, as soon as I finished making her, I did kind of realize that she looks a little bit like Eliza. A little bit like Elisa Pancakes. So maybe a little bit awkward, but I just know that Anelise and Eliza are going to be such good friends. I feel like they'll get along really well, and it'll be super cute. So that is Bob's family. I had so much fun making these Sims as well as Eliza's family. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like that one too if you haven't already seen it. I will leave it linked at the end of this video if you wanted to go and check it out. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, and if you are new, consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!